Hello, and welcome to week 6. That's 6 right there. I had 7 at first. 6 of Herb Appeal Trivia, the show that usually proves that you can have a banana in your pocket and be happy to see people. But unfortunately, I'm out of bananas, so I'm just happy to see you. My name, if you don't know, is John Chezik, and I run Herb Appeal Tours, which is the #1 tour company in Detroit, according to Nick?
Nope, never said that.
Well, quiet you. All right. Before we get started with the game, I'd love to give a big shout out to Pete McGrath and Savills for sponsoring this week's game. If you aren't familiar with Pete and Savills, they are a real estate brokerage. So if you are a building owner looking for a tenant, or if you have a business and you're looking for a place to put your business, hit up my boy Pete. It'll be especially beneficial if you're looking for a real estate broker who looks suspiciously like Dave Coulier. Now, if you would like to be a sponsor of the show and get a ringing endorsement like the one you just heard, go ahead and hit us up at hello@herbappealtours.com. Remember those commercials? Those were fun. All right. I'd also like to give a huge thank you to Nick and Sarah, my two friends helping out behind the scenes here. They're right over here, back over there in TV land. Not only are they helping out with this show, but they also live below me and they put up with me. So that's a feat on its own. Let's see here. Let's get started with this trivia. What do you say? If you haven't already, go to crowd.live/herbappeal on your second device. That's where you're going to answer these questions. Now, the faster you can get the correct answer in, the more points you're going to receive. So be sure to be quick. And the person with the most points at the end of each game is going to be the winner for that game. But today we're going to have 3 people on each game getting prizes. 13th place, Lucky 13, is getting $5 to Boro Resale. If you're not familiar with Boro Resale, it is a fantastic resale shop in the Eastern Market section of Detroit. You have a lot of cool clothes, a lot of cool accessories, all kinds of cool stuff. But right now, obviously, they're not having people in the store, but definitely follow them on Instagram. If you scroll down to the description of this video, yep, down there, you will find their Instagram handle. And now, second place is going to get that same $5 to Boro and $5 to Golden Fleece, which is my favorite Greek restaurant in Greektown. So get some delicious Greek food out of the deal. And again, their social media is down in the description as well. Now, first place is taking home both of those gift certificates and a free walking tour with yours truly. I will probably be equally as sweaty as I am right now. I had to turn the fan off, and it's kind of warm down here. Anyway, let's get back to the action here. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. So, for those of you that have watched in the past, during halftime in between the two shows, we do this thing called Ask John, where you can go into the YouTube chat and ask me questions. Now, I've noticed there's been a bit of a delay between me saying Ask John and me actually seeing the questions come in. So what we're going to do this week is, starting now, you can start putting in questions, and by the time halftime comes around, they'll be sitting there waiting for me. I'll scroll up and answer all of the questions. Actually, probably not all of them. Also, remember, keep it PG-13. My mom's watching. Hopefully your mom's watching. Shout out to moms. All right, here we go. Question 1. Which of these Detroit techno artists were not part of the Belleville 3? Is it A, Juan Adkins? Is it B, Derek May? Is it C, Kevin Saunderson? Or is it D, Jeff Mills? This question and a few others are in honor of Movements, which unfortunately was not able to physically exist this year because of COVID, obviously. But they did do a live stream, and Nick, Sarah, and I did some boogieing in the backyard. Hopefully you checked it out too. All right, but the correct answer there is D, Jeff Mills. So he is a Detroit techno artist, but not considered part of that Belleville 3. All right, on to question 2. Oh, wait, I forgot. We got a new feature this week. We can tell you how many people got this right. 41% got this one correct. Way to go, 41%. The other 59, is that right? Yep. Better luck next question. Nick's giving me the thumbs up. My math checks out. Question 2. What is the largest Great Lake? Is it A, Lake Ontario? Is it B, Lake Erie? Is it C, Lake Superior, or is it D, Lake Michigan? We're looking for the largest Great Lake. So some might call it the greatest lake. Those people would be cool in my book. And they'd probably also know that the correct answer there is C, Lake Superior. Superior Lake, in my opinion. 78% of you got that right. I guess you guys all are probably from Michigan. We got those Great Lakes really pounded into our brains all throughout elementary school. All right, on to question 3. This Detroit grocery store gave its employees a paid week vacation this week. Is it A, Lafayette Foods? Is it B, Honeybee Market? Is it C, Prince Valley Market? Or is it D, University Foods? Nick and Sarah whispering sweet nothings to each other behind the camera. I'm not sure what that's about. But what I do know what's about is that the correct answer is B, Honeybee Market. And also that plays a direct role in me not having a banana in my pocket this week. I just kind of forgot to plan that far ahead. 84% of you pay attention to the news here. That's awesome. Honeybee Market. Also, shout out to Honeybee. One of my favorite places on planet Earth. It's right down the street. Sarah doesn't like it when I say where we live. But also, the last 4 digits of her social security number are 3185. Is that right? Yeah. Open up some credit cards, people. All right. That is 3 questions in the book. So we're going to take a look at our leaderboard here. First place, our sponsor, Pete McGrath. 13th place is Ed Sachinsky in line for that $5 a board. Wonder Bread is in second place. Way to go, Wonder Bread. My boy Robbie Lynn is in there. I saw Lobster Bisky in the mix. Michelle R is doing great. Angela Bisky, Justin Bookmeyer, all sorts of. Will McDowell, I think it was barely, I don't even know if he was in the top 10. Number 20. Will, I'm guaranteeing he's going to climb these ranks here. I think he won both games last week. Way to go, Will. Way to go, everybody. Sammy Barbour is in the mix. Mike Hack's back again. Jimmy Howard. All right. On to question 4. How many Michiganders died fighting in World War II? Is it A, 7,241? Is it B, 16,289? Is it C, 10,263? Or is it D, 14,219? We're looking for how many actually died coming from Michigan going to World War II. The correct answer there is C, 10,263. And that's out of 613,543 that actually served in the armed forces from Michigan. Obviously, this is also Memorial Day week. So I wanted to give a couple questions in honor of that. On to question 5. Where is Domino's Pizza headquartered? Is it A, Ann Arbor Charter Township? Is it B, Ypsilanti? Is it C, Ann Arbor? Or is it D, Ypsilanti Charter Township? So kind of tricky there. You've got 2 sets of answers. And in those sets, another set. Set bonanza here. Correct answer there, though, is A, Ann Arbor Charter Township. So hopefully, let's see how many people got that one right. I think that was kind of tricky. Yep, I was right. It's going to be kind of hard. 24%. Not too many. But got some easier ones coming up for you. Question 6. What Detroit artist was arrested in 2019 for painting a mural commissioned by the city of Detroit? Is it A, Tyree Guyton? Is it B, Sheafy McFly? Is it C, Ellen Rutt? Or is it D, Charles McGee? And no, you did not hear that wrong. He was asked by the city to paint a mural, and while painting said mural, was then arrested. So, not a great look for the city, but he actually got a lot of publicity out of it. And the person I'm talking about it is B, Sheafy McFly. That is another 3 questions in the book. So let's take a gander at the old leaderboard here. First place, no change, Pete McGrath, 458. Wonder Bread, 450, right behind. Let's see, 13th place, Anna Silverstein, a familiar face there. Wonder Bread staying hot, strong there in 2nd place. Mike Budd, what up, Mike? What up, Bud? Uncle Mike, Mike Hack, Jared Bookmeyer, a lot of cool people in the mix. All right, Sarah P. Nelman. Hopefully Tennessee's treating you nicely. Same with you, Jimmy Howard. Let's get back to the action. Question 7. What year was University of Detroit Mercy founded? Is it A, 1900? Is it B, 1851? Is it C, 1877? Or is it D, 1869? We're looking for the year it was founded. And that just so happens to be C, 1877. I think that's another tough one. Let's see how we did. Oh, 53%. Either some very knowledgeable people or some very good guessers. But either way, the results are the same, 53%. On to question 8. Who is the current Oakland County executive? Is it A, David Coulter? Is it B, Warren Evans? Is it C, L. Brooks Patterson? Or is it D, Pete McGrath lookalike David Coulier? You can rule one of those out already, but hopefully you can rule the other two out and know that the correct answer is A, David Coulter. That's a tongue tied there. Too busy thinking about Dave Coulier and Pete McGrath. Say nothing of Pete McGrath. Question 9. Let's move on. What is in the spirit of Detroit's right hand? Is it A, a family? Is it B, a coney dog? Is it C, a map of Detroit? Or is it D, a car? So again, what's in his right hand would be on your left, stage right, I guess. Stage right? I don't know. I don't think anybody fully understands which stage is right and left. But one of the things you might understand is the correct answer is A, a family. So in his left hand, he's got an orb, which represents God. In his right hand, there's a family. And the overall message is supposed to show that the love of God is best seen in human form and the love of the family. But that Marshall Fredericks clearly never met my family. Let's move on. So looking at the leaderboard. And so in first place, chopping up his Andy Lobster Biscuit, clawing his way to the top. 13th place, Jimmy Howard in line for Borough. Second place, that handsome devil, Robbie Lynn. He's back at it again. Pete McGrath has dropped down to 3rd. And you see, you've got Mike Hack in the mix. Jared Bookmeyer's doing great. Justin Bookmeyer's doing great. All sorts of people. Virginia Letelier, we chatted a bit. Still not sure how to pronounce that last name. We'll have to, next time we chat, you'll have to let me know. All right, let's get back here into the double digits. Question 10. What is the most northern mile road in Macomb County? Is it A, 41 mile? Is it B, 33 mile? Is it C, 51 mile? Or is it D, 37 mile? And for the northernmost mile road in Macomb County specifically. And that answer just so happens, you know it? I know it. I'm looking at the answer here. It is D, 37 mile. So great job to all 33% of those. 13 people got that one right. Now on to question 11. What is the current stage name of Detroit artist formerly known as Flint Eastwood? Is it A, Max Powerson? Is it B, Jack Sanderson? Is it C, Stax Henderson? Or is it D, Pax Stadium? Max Powerson is a name you'd like to touch. Can't touch because it's a name. Got that one from a hairdryer. Correct answer is B, Jack Sanderson. On to question 12. How many stars are there on the Detroit flag? Is it A, 13? Is it B, 15? Is it C, 7? Or is it D, 50? Now, if you follow Herb Appeal on Facebook or Instagram, you would have a leg up, especially on Facebook, because my sister Sarah put the right answer in the comments. So thanks a lot for that one, Sarah. Jerk. Correct answer is A, 13. Moving on. Question 13. 73% of those guys. Hopefully that's because you're following us on the interweb. Let's move on. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at this leader. Nope, we'll do that after next slide. Question 13. What is the Michigan State Stone? Is it A, the Sheboygan Pebble? Is it B, the Petoskey Stone? Is it C, the Muskegon Coal? Or is it D, Flint Stone? Looking for the state stone. I'll give you a hint. It's not actually a stone. It's a fossil. So hopefully that will remind you that the correct answer is B, Petoskey Stone. All right, now you can make it 95%. Way to go, guys. Take a look at this leaderboard. Andy Biskey claws firmly in that first place. Second place is Robbie Lynn. 13th place is Jerry Chesak, my dear old dad. And third place, Pete McGrath. Miriam Pranchke's in the mix. Pauline Drabicki, doing great. Rachel Charlupski, doing great. All sorts of people in the mix. All right, let's go to question 14. 2 to go. Announced earlier this month, who is the deputy mayor of Detroit? Is it A, Nathan Gavel III? Is it B, Justin Ballpeen V? Is it C, Conrad Mallett Jr.? Or is it D, Timothy Hammer Sr.? Nick and Sarah laughing and making me laugh. I promise you, most of those names are made up. Sure you couldn't tell. The correct answer is C, Conrad Mallett Jr. Honestly, that one does not sound any less made up. But I guess, again, I've said it before, all names are made up. 58% of you knew it. Appointed by Mayor Duggan recently. Before that, James Craig, the what's his name? Chief of Police. There we go. He was acting as deputy, but they decided to actually appoint one. 58% got that right. Good job. Shout out to the one person who put Justin Ballpeen V. That was by far my favorite fake answer of the week, I believe. Actually, no, there's another one coming up you're going to like. First place, Robbie Lynn jumps up. The handsome devil distracted Andy Biskey with his hands. Sammy Barbour is in 13th. In line for that Boro gift certificate. Pete McGrath still pretty close in third. Some other names I see. My boy Omar. My best friend since I was 12, Chris Sony's in the mix. Not that in the mix. He's in last place. Sorry, Sony. I think he's doing this from work. All right. Last question. Can anybody catch Robbie Lynn? Andy Biskey, you're close. You can do it, but we're not. Question 15. In what Detroit neighborhood did Michigan's only poet laureate, Edgar Guest, live? Is it A, Atkinson Historic District? Is it B, Indian Village Historic District? Is it C, Boston Edison Historic District? Or is it D, West Canfield Historic District? Lots of historic districts in Detroit. Might be a future question for next week. We'll see. Correct answer there. It's going to determine our winner. Drum roll. Is A, Atkinson Avenue Historic District. All right, with that, let's see, 18%, so we could have had a mix-up here. Let's see the final leaderboard. First place, Robbie Lynn held strong. Second place, Andy Biskey. Third place, Pete McGrath. 13th place, going home with Boro. $5 to Sammy Barbour. Andy's taking home $5 to Boro and to Golden Fleece. And first place, taking home both gift certificates and that free walking tour with yours truly. My boy and your boy, hopefully, Robbie Lynn. Now let's see here. Go to my phone. Ask John. Good. Left it in the chair. Sorry about that, guys. Anybody asking any questions? No, my phone's not cooperating. All sorts of problems here. Sorry, guys. All right. Can you share your favorite taco truck? Also, best salads in Detroit, both from our winner, Robbie Lynn. Favorite taco truck, I honestly don't know the name of it but it's where Werner kind of makes that weird jog. So it's right there on the right. Angela Biskey was my favorite Detroit sports team. That's definitely the Pistons. Justin Bugmeyer, keeping up, how would you describe Swamp Ape without using the term docile? And the answer to that is, I can't. That's the only way to describe swamp ape. And let's see here. Simpsons reference, you got that right. Favorite Detroit burger? Ooh, I gotta go Bronx Burger. That's my favorite burger. It has been for a long time. What brand Handsome pills are you taking, JC? From Robbie Lynn. Question. Answer to that question is, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Well done, Pete. Hashtag lucky guess from Robbie Lynn. A little trash talk. Shelly A, thank you, Sarah. I told my sister she was giving some of there. Joseph Sullivan asked how many games. There's 2 games. That's a great ask, John. Find out right in between the 2 games. All right. Sound of that beer opening means we're ready for game 2. Question 1. What is the name of the Air National Guard base on Lake St. Clair? Is it A, Five Fringe? Is it B, Eagle Cliff? Is it C, Detroit Arsenal? Or is it D, Selfridge? Well, looking for the name of a base that's right on Lake St. Clair there. Correct answer there is D, Selfridge. I believe the other day there was a flyover came from there, and I think it had B-52s involved.
Rock lobster.
Yep, those guys. There was this a 90s band flying over the city of Detroit. I think 90s or 80s. Yeah, 80s, 90s. Who can remember? Question 2. What Metro Detroit clothing store famously offered the deal 29 or 2 for $50? Is it A, Foreman Mills? Is it B, Mr. Allen? Is it C, Simplified? Or is it D, Dietrich Furs? Also, I meant to say A, Foreman Mills! Sarah with the high note. Correct answer there is, of course, if you follow us on Instagram or on Facebook, you know the answer is B, Mr. Allen. Used to love those commercials. All right, 89%, no surprise there. Very famous commercials. Great marketing. I wonder how much they paid that marketing firm because it wasn't enough. On to question 3. What is the name of the highest natural point in Michigan in terms of elevation? Is it A, Ives Hill? Is it B, Bald Mountain? Is it C, Mount Arvin? Or is it D, Mount Python? Looking for the highest natural point, not man-made. That one is C, Mount Arvin. All right, that is only 15%. Yeah, I honestly didn't know that one before I looked it up. Michigan's not a very tall state because the Great Lakes are melted glaciers, and the glaciers ground down any sort of features we may have had prior to that. All right, player rankings. Pamela Zuber, new name here. Never seen that one before. First place. Second place, Jared Bookmeyer, my boy J-Rod in the house. 13th has gone back, but it'll be coming back around when she comes. And we got 39 people. Nick's pouring a beer. Hopefully you guys are too. Makes the jokes funnier. Makes me sweat less. 13th, Will McDowell in line for that $5 a borrow. All right, way to go, guys. Let's get moving on to question 4. According to the 2010 census, what is the population of Michigan? Is it A, a number that's so long I don't really want to read? Is it B, another number that's so long I don't really want to read? Is it C, a third number that I don't really want to read? Or is it D, a fourth? Actually, no, I will read this one. 9,883,635. So which one of those numbers? Correct answer there is D, the one I did read, which I actually didn't realize that at the time. And just so you know, that is determined by the 2010 census. You guys remember what I told you last week about when the current census is? Oh yeah, I just said current. So it's now. Fill that out immediately. Question 5. What high school did Eminem attend before dropping out? Is it A, Cass Tech? Is it B, Redford Union High School? Is it C, Lincoln High School? Or is it D, Mumford High School? For which one? I think he dropped out after his sophomore year, if I remember correctly. And the correct answer is C. I didn't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that. There's a Eminem lyric for you. 33% knew that. Good job. On to question 6. In what year was the city of Dearborn incorporated? Was it A, 1927? Is it B, 1906? Is it C, 1893? Or is it D, 1786? So there's some important dates in Dearborn's history in there, but only one of them is the city being incorporated. That one is A, 1927. So it was originally settled in 1786. In 1893, the village was incorporated, but the city wasn't done until 1927. 1906 is a year that I just made up. There was no such thing as 1906 before I wrote that question. 33% of you know your Dearborn history, or great guessers. That's another 3 in the books. Let's take a look. Pamela Zuber hanging on to that first place. Mike Hack hanging on to second. In 13th place is Mike Bud. What up, Bud? Andy Biskey, the lobster, is in 3rd place. Will McDowell, 28th. My boy Sod's in 33rd. My mother's in 31st. Anthony Russo's in the mix. Jerry Cheswick, my father, bringing up the rear. Woo! Jeez, Dad. Get it together. You're embarrassing me. Just kidding. Question 7. In what year was the first Detroit Electronic Music Festival held in Hart Plaza? Was it A, 2000? Was it B, 1998? Was it C, 1999? Or was it D, 2003? So looking for, again, another kind of question, kind of referencing the movement or lack thereof this week. This was before it was movement, it was them, and that was A, 2000. Got a feeling a lot of you are going to know this one. No, I was wrong. 18%. On to question 8. What is the maximum depth of Lake Erie? Is it A, 210 feet? Is it B, 89 feet? Is it C, 420 feet? Or is it D, 73 feet? Looking for the depth of Lake Erie. Physically, not like emotionally. Not looking for emotional depth here. But the physical depth at its maximum is A, 210. Honestly, I've met Lake Erie as a person. It's not that deep. 43% know the correct answer on that one. Let's move on to question 9. Which of these is not a sister city to Detroit? Is it A, Toyota, Japan? Is it B, Sopron, Hungary? Is it C, Dubai, UAE? Or is it D, Bucharest, Romania? Looking for which of these is not a sister city of Detroit. Correct answer there is B, Sopron, Hungary. This one I think is going to be, I don't know, it could go either way if people know this one or not. How many people got it right? 22%. Like I said, I've got a feeling it was going to be kind of difficult. But Detroit actually has 7 sister cities, which I have 2 sisters, and that's plenty. I can't imagine having 7. All right, checking the leaderboard out here. First place is Pamela Zuber. Second place, Mike Hack. 13th place, Joey Sullivan. Actually was a member of Nick and Mai's fake band, the Gazebo Club, until he broke off to start his own fake band. So he's got a little bit of a history. Yeah, even if he wins, I'm not sending gift cards to him. I can tell you that right now. My dad's still in last place. Way to go, Dad. Sony's moved up. Biskey's in the mix. See some new names here. Marjorie, I missed it, the last name. Chris Winningham's back in the mix just from like last week. All right, let's go to question 10. Anthony Russo was one of the Russo brothers, directors of Avengers series. Anyways, let's move on. Question 10. How many terms did Coleman Young serve as mayor? Was it A, 7? Was it B, 5? Was it C, 6? Or was it D, 3? So how many terms did the MFIC get elected? I would tell you what that stood for, but this is a family show. Look it up on your own time. Correct answer is B, 5. All right, on to question 11 here. Oh, before that, we got 38% of you getting that last one right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Question 11. Which of these is not the name of a body of water on Belle Isle? Is it A, Lake Overflow? Is it B, Blue Heron Lagoon? Is it C, Lake Tundra? Or is it D, Lake Tacoma? Again, looking for which one is not on Belle Isle. That one happens to be C, Lake Tundra. That was just a joke because Toyota makes a Tundra and a Tacoma. That's how I thought of that. Welcome to the inside of my brain. Question 12. Oh, no, 41%. I forgot about this new fancy thing we're doing with the percentages. Got a lot of moving parts this week. 41% got that right. Way to go. Question 12. What is the name of the statue in Campus Martius that was originally unveiled in 1867? Is it A, Soldiers and Sailors Monument? Is it B, the Pylon? Is it C, Piazza di Danza? Or is it D, Transcending? That's transcending. I said a little Italian there too. Transcending. So those are all downtown, but only one of them is in Campus Martius, and that is A, Soldiers and Sailors Monument. All right, 57% of you. I had a feeling that was going to be an easy one. My feeling was right, per usual. Nick's giving me this thing. Question 13. What was the name of the first car company started by Henry Ford? Was it A, the Henry Ford Company? Was it B, the Detroit Automobile Company? Was it C, the Ford Motor Company? Or was it D, Cars, Cars, Cars? That's my favorite fake answer. Yes, it was fake. Sorry if I gave it away. Hope at least one person guessed that. Correct answer is B, Detroit Automobile Company. Cars, Cars, Cars. Hopefully he'll rise from the grave, and that'll be the one he'll start in the future. 0%. Dagnabbit. 45% got the correct answer. Yeah. Henry Ford Company was the second company he started before starting Ford Motor Company. On to question 14. Nope, actually, on to checking the leaderboard. First place, going strong all games, Pamela Zuber. Second place, Pete McGrath. 13th place in line for that $5 to borrow is Ed Sachinsky. Way to go, Ed. Down there in Tennessee, I believe. Chris Winningham's doing pretty good, 23rd. Jimmy Howard, 10 goal. 31, balls to the wall. Great name. Interesting name there. I'm assuming they're talking about playing handball. That's what I'm imagining. All right, on to question 14 here. Enough jokes. Who said the quote, Detroit turned out to be heaven, but it also turned out to be hell? Is it A, Trick Trick? Is it B, Marvin Gaye? Is it C, Aretha Franklin? Or is it D, Berry Gordy? Seems quote on a lot of t-shirts, but they typically leave out the second half of that sentence there. They just do the Detroit turned out to be heaven part, which I get why. Probably sells better. Correct answer is B, Marvin Gaye. It doesn't sound like something Trick Trick would say. All right, from here on out, we're going to take a look at the leaderboard every time once we see how many people got it right. 45% of you, 18 people. Way to go. Very smart group tonight. Let's move on to the leaderboard. Pamela Zubers. I mean, she just can't be stopped. 912 points. 13th place. My boy J-Rod, Jared Bookmeyer doing great. Third place, Robbie Lynn. Second place, our sponsor, David Coulier himself, Pete McGrath. All right. What do you think? What do you think? Should we get to this last question? What do you guys think? Speak up. Can't hear you. Apparently this only goes one way. Question 15. Who is the current Secretary of State of Michigan? Is it A, Jocelyn Benson? Is it B, Ruth Johnson? Is it C, Gretchen Whitmer? Or is it D, Teresa Tomdaughter? This person has been in the news, beefing with President Trump recently. And the correct answer is A, Jocelyn Benson. So let's take a look at our final leading board of Game 2. 74% of you got the correct answer on that one. 0% thought Teresa Tom Dodder was a good answer, and rightfully so. Wasn't my best effort. Pamela Zuber won both gift certificates and the free walking tour. Pete McGrath is taking home both gift certificates, both Boro and Golden Fleece. And at 13th, my boy J-Rod Jared Bookmeyer taking home that 13th. Great job to everybody who played tonight. And thank you for joining for our 6th Herb Appeal Trivia. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Big shout out to this week's sponsor and second place finisher, Pete McGrath of Savills. Thank you to Golden Fleece for providing gift certificates, to Boro for providing gift certificates. Be sure to tell your friends, your family, your enemies, whoever, to tune in next week for more Detroit trivia. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and even though I don't have a banana to eat in front of you, stay hungry.